Prologue. A formal introduction to Stop the Ride, I Want to Get Off by Dave Courtney.
Hello people, my name's Dave Courtney. I'm now classed by the media as a celebrity gangster. I'd like to say first of all there is no such thing as a contradiction of words. It's like saying police intelligence. The two words just don't go. Everyone has a price. Everyone. Yeah.
Narrated by David Clarke.
My name's Dave Courtney.
Despite whatever you've heard of me, I'm worse. This was my opening address to a jury during one of my trials. And I could have added, whatever you may already think I've done is true and more. But I didn't, of course, because I wanted to get a not guilty. My words were enough to set the scene for my own defence, although my defence team were pretty shocked by what I said. Dodgy Dave, Bermondsey Boy, the People's Villain, the Yellow Pages of Crime, Heir to the Craze, a right cunt. I've been called many things in my time, not all of them flattering. I've been accused of loads of things, not all of them true, but this is the real story of my life. It's even naughtier than all the newspaper headlines and than all the horror stories written about me by other people. Because of the reputation I've had stuck on me, I've also been linked with an awful lot of things that have nothing to do with me. This means I was given the credit, which was good, but also had to carry the blame, which was bad. Was it worth it? Well, ask me the next time I'm in the dock. Do you think the jury will remember the good or the bad about me? Yeah, exactly. In fact, the things I have been convicted of would fill only a couple of chapters. The rest, and the best, the things I did do and got away with, the jobs that only the underworld know about, the charges that the police couldn't prove, and many, many other incidences, these form the basis of this book in your hand. The hardest thing was whittling down 40 years of stories to this. To everyone I haven't mentioned, I'd like to say you are on my thoughts as much as those I have. And if I have opened up any old wounds, I didn't mean to. I apologise. But no one ever written a true account of his or her life without giving someone the hump. And if I've still upset some people after bending over backwards trying not to, I don't give a fuck. There are certain people I can't mention because they're still active, but they know who they are and how important they are to me. And if you were on a certain job with me and I've left out your name, it's only because I want to protect you. And in case you were wondering, I've checked with everyone named in the book that it's okay to do so. I'd also like to say hello to the women I've loved over the years, including the ladies I've been friends with when I shouldn't have. Now, finally, I've finished with being an active criminal. I've stopped the ride. I've got off. But it was a bloody good ride while it lasted, and this book you're holding in your hand is your ticket to it. So, enjoy the read.
The only DJ that can call me.
Always trust your instincts. Yeah. It's nice to be important, but important to be nice. So be nice.
The artful, dodgy Dave Courtney.
Always trust your instincts. Yeah.
So it is written by Dave Courtney. And now to David Clarke. David is the father of 6 children.
Oh, I've got a helmet. I got a beauty.
Isaac is the eldest, followed by Esther, David and Ellie, Becky and finally, Maisie. He published his first book Converted on LSD Trip on the 11th of February 2001, which was exactly 30 years to the day of the story appearing as headline news in Aylesbury's Bucks Herald newspaper. David had been converted during a bad LSD trip after watching this classic movie, Easy Rider. And so after 40 years he is back, intending to share his life's experience with others, in order to help divert young people from crime to riding. Or with the help of South Sea riders. Now listen to a sample of David's book, Converted on LSD Trip, narrated by David himself. This is just another example of writing to help our writers put their stories to print.
Next up,
63.
Confession to 24 crimes. It was real, absolutely real, but none of my friends really believed me. All I could do was tell them what had happened to me, and that was what I did. I told them all, the long, the short and the tall, as many of them as I could. They thought I'd gone mad after taking LSD. Jesus Christ had spoken to me and rescued me from a bad trip on LSD on the 16th of January 1970. He had said that what you'd been going through was nothing compared to what hell was like. I now knew the way and was determined to tell others. I had become a Christian and no longer needed to live the lifestyle that I'd adopted, which had involved crime, drugs, promiscuity, flash cars, fame. I had been born again. I was now responsible for sorting out all the stolen gear I had. What could be done with the builder's shed? The stolen cars. I had in my possession many stolen goods, which included the 48-foot by 24-foot builder's shed, which had been stolen one night from the building site in Berkhamsted, and a lovely G-Registered Mini stolen from Hemel Hempstead, which was in the process of being rung. Ringing meant replacing the old Mini with a legitimate registration document from an older car and its number plates. The new Mini was being used to replace my old one. This was to be my new car. I also had a Mini Minor Traveller, which had been rung and was being used as a hire car. I'd stolen equipment, which included air compressor, electric welding equipment, spray guns and trolley jacks. I had several pieces of stolen electrical gear, which included oscilloscopes, avometers, colour televisions. I had all my garage equipment, all the garage equipment that I needed to spray cars. I had a lovely Citroen DS in the builder's shed, which was being repaired. I obtained this through swapping it for a colour TV set. The only problem was that I'd stolen the colour TV set from the old people's home in Winslow, Buckinghamshire. I'd also two nice speedboat engines getting ready for the summer in 1970. All in all, I had a really good time, full of excitement and fun. In fact, I've been stopped in the midst of my career, which involved stealing all kinds of goods to have a good time. I intended to have a caravan, a speedboat, water skis, aqualung diving gear, flash cars, motorbikes and clothes and so on, all through stealing. I was in fact stopped whilst in the midst of my career, but not by the police. It was by Jesus Christ who had called me by name, and I followed him. I thank God he intervened again in my life a year later, and his hand was clearly seen once more. I had no one else to help. As I write this now, I take encouragement from the fact that God is faithful and was faithful to me in never leaving me nor forsaking me. I realise now I was kept through the power and grace of the Lord Jesus Christ to bear witness today to many people of the goodness and mercy of God to me.
No brakes, be a warrior. Come on, make some noise for Isaac's dad, David Clarke. Tear it up. Here we go. Yes! 64, sending it. Can he get down? Of course he can. Can he stop though? He's not gone at all. It's a roll back. Oh, that's it. Get to the street.
Alright, following my footsteps, you'll be alright. Come down.
What up, that's where it's coming.
Now, please watch the video which tells about the story and join our Facebook group. Keep in touch and support these lads writing their story.